Hey guys, Denise here. So, I'm back with another video, as you can see. Today's video is going to be talking about a little bit of my makeup journey. I will be making these type of videos every couple of years. I guess I want to say that's a thing. Sure, will do. And I'm going to just tell you guys like my makeup journey, what things have changed, what things I've done more of, and everything like that. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and comment down below when you started wearing makeup, and as well if there is any changes I would like to know. So I guess without further ado, we're just going to get started. So basically, I don't have like picture evidence at the moment. Like literally, I'll make a huge like compilation because I have a fuck ton of pictures from literally when I first started wearing makeup to now. So if we're gonna talk about just simple, only one thing, and that's it. I want to say I started more my senior year. I mean, I started wearing like more like lip glosses, well, kind of like lipsticks, but they're kind of like in the formula of lip gloss. So kind of think it is lip gloss. I think out of everything that I wore my senior year, I just wore mascara, maybe a little bit of eyeshadow, not even a lot, and just lip gloss. That's literally all I wore. I did not wear any facial stuff, did not do that. So those were the only three things I wore. But even then, I didn't even wear makeup a lot anyway, because at that time I was like, there's no need for me to wear makeup. I cannot even speak. But it's fine, isn't it? But yeah, I did not wear makeup at all throughout high school. At all. Like, at all. The only time I really did was school dances, but even then, I didn't even wear a lot. At all. I know my freshman year of high school, I wore eyeshadow, but I didn't know how to do it. So, there's that. If you want to talk about like full face, primer, foundation, concealer, everything like that, it started more of 2016, which is not that long ago. Like, literally, it's not that long ago. I want to say it was winter of 2016. So around the time frames of January to March. No, January, February, more like. Sorry, my phone's going off because some people are texting me right now. So that's when I started to discover everything else. I think the first thing I did was I looked for a foundation first, because I already had powder foundation. That's another thing that kind of added on. Once I got into college, I got powder foundation because I didn't want any liquid, so I just did powder foundation. It wasn't biggie. I'm actually kind of reverting back to that since the weather is going to be hot again, and I don't want to wear a lot of liquid on my face. So found a perfect powder. Actually, it's a CoverGirl. This one, the OG CoverGirl. I forgot what it's called. I still have the packaging, which is crazy to say, but I had to throw out old makeup too. But I had that, and it worked well for my skin, so I was like, oh, okay. And so looking for liquid foundations was really hard because I did not know my undertone at the time. Now I do know, which is I have a neutral undertone. So I'm in the middle. I can kind of pull off golden undertones, a little tad bit of orange, but not a lot, but more of the golden undertones I can pull off. I can't do anything too peachy in a sense, too red. I can't do it. But I was looking all over CVS because literally there's a CVS right down the street from my school. And I was just looking hardcore to see which one's my foundation shade. And they reformed the packaging and everything like that, but It is the first foundation that I found, literally, was the Maybelline Bare Skin, Super Stay Bare Skin. The old formula when it was in the blue. Yeah, that. And I am 355 coconut, and I'm still that to this day. Even when they rebranded that, I'm still 355 coconut. And that also led me to get the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in 355. My ex-friend thought that was really a lot more darker, and I'm like, no girl, you don't know undertones and everything like that. So me and my best friend ended up finding the shade for me, and after that I just really did foundation, everything like foundation, powder, and liquid, obviously. And then concealer didn't come until a little bit later, but the concealer that I used first, I want to say, was the NYX HD concealer. I think so. I think that was my first concealer that I used actually ever. And then I didn't actually, here's a funny fact. I did not get introduced to setting powder until end of 2017 going into 2018. So yeah, that's a thing. So I didn't know about that until a little bit later on. I don't know, like the looks that I did, they were, in the beginning I did cake my face, let's just be real, but that's also because I was still kind of experimenting on what's actually my look and what's my go-to. So then when it came to eyeshadow, I just wanted to do the neutrals because I just wanted to do neutrals, and literally what I did for my eyeshadow is I just did one solid color on my eyelid. That's literally it. I did not wear any eyeliner. I avoided eyeliner for the longest, and actually that's going to be another thing I'm about to mention up right now. Back then, even like up until like 2018, late 2018, hated eyeliner. Just hated doing eyeliner. Really did. Like that was my least favorite part, and it still kind of is my least favorite part, but not as much as before. Before I hated eyeliner. I never contoured. That's another thing. I don't contour my face. And I don't do my eyebrows either. And that's still same old to this day. I don't do my eyebrows. A lot of people want me to do my eyebrows, but I'm like, nah, I just don't want to. Why? I just don't. I just don't care for it, really. So there's that. I'm gonna do the rest of the video with my glasses off. Forget it. Never contoured. I did start bronzing though. I started bronzing way later on in 2018. Like, I actually found a bronzer that actually worked for me, and I started using bronzer. So I mainly use bronzer instead of like doing the contour and everything like that, just because I like more of a warmth to my face than like precise everything, like making everything in my face look smaller, because honestly that's not what I'm trying to do. So there's that. Highlighter, I got introduced to that around the same time when I started getting everything else, everything like every other makeup product. I don't remember which highlighter I got, but I remember I used to pack a ton on, like a fuck ton on my face, and I would basically try to look like a damn highlighter. So still kind of do, but it's on a more subtle note. And I remember for lipstick, if I wore lipstick, all red. Majority of the time, my lip color will be red, because red looks really good on me. Not gonna lie, but I stopped with the red lip just because of the fact of I was wearing the red lip way too much, and I got sick and tired of it. So I've been exploring out, trying out new other colors and stuff on my lips, and it's still a journey. Let's just be real, it's still a journey. But you know, there's other colors that I now know that I can pull off, and there's some I'm like, okay, I could add this for like a little mid color, if I do like an ombre lip or whatever the fuck that case is. Eyeshadow. I think my biggest improvement when it comes to my makeup as of throughout the years is my eyeshadow, because I went from just doing one color eye on everything, literally one color eye on everything, to I'm actually doing like cut creases. I'm actually doing colorful, bold looks. Like, I remembered at the time I did not want to do any bold colors just because I felt like I was afraid that none of these colors would, you know, look good on me. You know, being a black woman, like, I feel like half those colors would not look good with my complexion. But something out of me in 2018 decided to be like, bitch, you're going to go for it and I don't give a fuck. So I went for it. I've been getting colorful palettes and everything like that, testing out everything, which I will film a video on my favorite eyeshadow palettes in full detail. And I was literally looking back at my pictures of me with my makeup and my eyeshadow makeup for the past couple of days, and holy shit, there is such an improvement. It's not even funny. Like, there's so much of an improvement because I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, and that's something I hardly do. So the fact that I'm doing this, because this is something in the long run I realize I love doing, because with makeup, it's an art. It's like your face is a canvas, and it's like you're making your face even more beautiful. And your canvas is already beautiful without makeup, because I tell myself all the time, girl, you look bomb as fucking makeup, but as well, you look bomb natural. Natural or makeup on, regardless, you are beautiful. And I think people kind of fail to realize that, because people think, oh, you're putting on makeup, you're so insecure about your natural face and your natural self. No. Why are you lying? No, that's not what it's all about. The reason why I wear makeup is because it's like another art for me. I get to be artistic with my face, and I'm able to broadcast and show it out to the world. And it's artistic of me because I have artistic roots in me. So it's just like, when it comes to doing makeup, I now take more of my time with it. And that's another thing. When it came to eyeshadow, like back then, I just wanted to get that shit done. Like, I would get my eyeshadow done in like 5 minutes. Now it takes me about a good not even 10 minutes, about a good 20 to 25 minutes to even get my eyeshadow completely done. Because it got to the point where I legit had to tell myself too, for me to master the looks and try to get out of my comfort zone, it's going to take time. Like, it's going to take time to even master the stuff that I want to accomplish and the looks I want to try out. Because hell, there are still looks I want to try out to this day. And hell, I'm still new when it comes to the beauty industry. Like, just beauty, makeup, everything, I'm still new to it, you know? And so, just seeing that growth in me, like, I see a huge difference from 18-year-old Denise to 21-year-old Denise. And it's crazy how far I've gotten with makeup as of so far. And the fact that I was just bold enough to even, like, go for it at, like, 20 years old, like, doing all these crazy looks. And trust me, I'm gonna be doing more crazy looks during the summer, too. Hence, there will be new videos this summer. But that's not, but, like, you know, it's refreshing to see, like, how far I've come. Because, you know, and this goes for, like, everything else, too. I always reflect. Always. Like, at the end of the weeks, I usually reflect on how my week went and how I can make the upcoming week better, basically. And that's kind of like the same with makeup. Like, throughout the years, I'm like, okay, I've done this. Now what can I do to make it better and upgrade myself? And, you know, try out new things without me getting so scared and, like, have this fear of, I feel like it's just not going to look good on me, you know? And so, I go back to where I came from when it comes to starting with makeup, because yikes, I did not have much knowledge. But thank goodness for YouTube, because literally I learned a lot of knowledge through YouTube. And the people that I watched at the time, I don't remember who I watched, but I would watch a bunch of random tutorials on certain looks, and then I would get inspiration and try them out myself, or just, you know, tweak them up a little bit to throw in my little flair. And hell, I still do that. Literally, on my Pinterest, I will show you actually. On my Pinterest, I literally have a board for makeup looks to try, and as well with just a whole section of makeup. And so it's just like, it's crazy, honestly, to see how far I've grown since, and how much I'll be growing even more, considering the fact of last summer I just about did a lot of new makeup looks about every other week. I would want to say every other week, like literally throughout the entire damn summer. Even though I had like a lot of other stuff to do, even though I did that, I still perfected my craft, which is another thing. Like with my writing, I've been perfecting my writing. Oh my gosh, people are blowing me up. The one time I'm on the film is when people want to blow me up. Okay, but that's not the point. The point is, it takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes a lot of learning to do. And I cannot wait to see the rest of this year and the looks that I do, and just reflect back on everything. And even few years from now, when I want to make a part 2 to this, you know, see, oh shit, you know, I've seen how far I've come with when I did this, and then when I enter this phase, and then when I'm in this next phase, what I'm going to do for the future. And so that entire thing just inspired me to just continue at it. And that also goes for just everything else, like hobbies wise, interest wise, or even like in college with what you want to do out of college with your major. Like, you have to perfect your fucking skills with that shit. Like, continue going at it with your craft, because you will improve. So here are some things that has changed in a way when it comes to makeup that I used to do that I don't do anymore. One thing that I don't really do anymore necessarily is I did not use eyeliner a lot, and if I did, it was only just, let me just zoom in my face real quick. So the only thing that I really did was just eyeliner all the way right here, just to that end point. That's what I usually did. Not anymore, because now I do wings, literally. And I told myself, oh, I don't want to do wings, all that stuff, and that's complicated. 18-year-old Denise. 21-year-old Denise is literally doing it now. And I'm just like, holy crap. And the crazy part about it is that I did not learn how to do a wing until a couple months ago. Literally. Like, a couple months ago is when I started doing a winged eyeliner. And now I'm doing that shit almost every single fucking day if I do wear makeup. Even if I just do eyeliner, like inner eye, and then eyeliner. Literally, I do a wing. Literally. So that's something that's definitely changed. Is before I hated eyeliner, now I'm literally wearing eyeliner a lot. Literally a lot. Another thing that I've changed throughout the years is the amount of foundation that I put on. Even if it's like cold enough to the point where you could build up your foundation, I just don't. Like, for me, it's getting to the point with my makeup where it's like, I just want to get I just want to do like at least one pump of foundation and just call it a day. Or hell, I could just do certain spots on my face and just put it where I need to. I'm wearing a lot of concealer recently. Before I didn't used to wear a lot of concealer, but now I do. And I honestly wear concealer on majority of school days, usually. Like right now, I don't have any makeup on, like, whatsoever. What else do I do now? Like I said, I take a lot more time when it comes to eyeshadow. I think I've also learned throughout the years too is that I don't like silicone based primers. I just don't. They feel weird on my face, except for the e.l.f. hydrating primer. That's an exception because it is hydrating, and I think that's what in reality I like the most. Is I've tried a bunch of other primers that are matte, dewy, everything like that, and I think in the long run, like, hydrating primers work best for my face, because I think in the long run I wasn't getting much hydration for my face, and I kind of need that in my life, considering the fact that I do live in Southern California, and considering the fact that I live in the desert, so it gets hot as fuck, and I need my face to be hydrated, just like how my overall body needs to be hydrated. So I've been getting primers more hydrated, and that's helped my skin a lot, because honestly I have not broken out in a while. Like, the last time I broke out, like, I've had like bumps, like really bad cystic bumps. I want to say, other than December when I went to Vegas for my week trip, it was actually my second year of college. So before that, before December 2018, my second year of college is when I was just getting really bad acne and everything like that. And so that's another thing. I've been doing a lot of skincare, just trying to eat right, everything like that, because that does affect your skin. It does affect, like, you know, your overall performance. So I've been really tracking what I've been eating and everything like that. I've been falling off recently, which sucks, but I am getting back on it. Before literally summer break. So that's another thing that's kind of changed. This video is gonna be very long, but you know, a bitch loves to talk. It's literally like 1:03 and my class is at 4, and I kind of want to rest, but you know what? It'd be like that. But yeah, I still don't do my eyebrows. I still don't contour. I really don't. I feel like just the definition of my face, to be honest, like, there's no need. As much as people is like, you should, but for me, it's just not my cup of tea. And then honestly, like with lips is something that's changed, because I used to wear just mainly red. It's either red lip gloss or none. But then I started trying out different colors, and I know which colors work for me, which colors don't. And then as well, there is just some looks when you kind of realize you don't need a lip. You don't need a lip color. Sometimes you just need a gloss. Sometimes you just don't. You just need your lip balm. Like, the majority of my looks recently, I've not had a lip color unless if it matches the eyeshadow. Just about. My natural eye look is still the same. Still the same. I just kind of perfected it. Like, my natural, like, here's my go-to colors for when it comes to like my natural eye look. It's browns or goldens. Browns or goldens, or like oranges is like my natural go-to. Sometimes I'll just do a matte brown eye all over one lid, and I'll just add a little definition on the end of the outer corner of my eye. call it a day. Eyeliner, call it a day. Sometimes I don't even wear inner eye, literally. Call it a day. Also, another thing I do. Inner eye, eyeliner, call it a day. Oh, and then for if I do, like, the most I would do is just my basic routine. Transition. Deepen up the crease a little bit. Put a little smudge in my outer corner. Main color all over the lid. If I wanted to, inner eye. Half the time I don't. And then eyeliner, mascara, boom, we're done. Sometimes I don't even put foundation on my face. I don't do any of that. Like, the most I would do is put literally a little bit of highlight on my nose and just call it a day. So, like, a lot has changed. But I think I'm going back to, if I do makeup or whatever, I usually just put the most I would do to my face is like literally probably just powder foundation, sometimes concealer if it comes down to it, and then I'll just do bronze, maybe a little bit blush, maybe a little bit of highlight, and just call it a day. I don't know, it really depends on what I feel. And so like it'll change, it'll fluctuate a lot. So that's another thing that's been changing. And a thing that hasn't changed is that most of the makeup products that I have, 90% of them are from drugstore. Actually, 90% of them are from drugstore. There's a small percentage, and that's from Fenty. Literally Fenty Beauty. Because it's Rihanna, and she gets it. She gets it. I need to try her bronzer so bad, but I think I'm gonna wait until summer to get the bronzer. Yeah, I probably am gonna wait till summer to get the bronzer, because I really want that bronzer so bad. I just have to see which shade I would be. So I think I have to go to Sephora. I'm gonna make sure I go cake face, not cake face, but you know, with makeup on, so I can see which shade I'll be. And yeah, there will be a part 2 to this, because you know I really be talking a lot. My camera is literally at like two bars right now out of the 4. I should go, and literally considering the fact that I'm hungry again, I'm gonna just lay down. I need to charge my camera. I need to charge not only my camera, I also need to charge my computer so I can use it for my last class. So, thank you guys for watching this long ass video. And if you stayed until the end, thank you, because literally, this is the most I've talked. Literally. Other than little live streams on my fucking YouTube. This is the most I've talked in a video, just a regular video. So thank you. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart. And like I said, comment down below when you started wearing makeup and how are you doing now? Have things changed? Have they not? You know? Also, follow my social media. All of that will be in the description below, and as well with my makeup Instagram, which I started just a couple months ago. That will also be in the description down below. And until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!